I've struggled to ask for help for most of my life. For a long time, I thought that meant something was wrong with me. Like I was too independent or too guarded or somehow defective for not being able to help, not being able to accept support the way other people seem to. I don't believe that anymore. What I've come to understand is that my body knew something my mind didn't have language for yet, because the help I was offered throughout my life wasn't neutral. It always came with a cost. And it's not a cost that was like stated up front, but it was a hidden cost, like almost like a silent contract or like a silent agreement that I never agreed to, right? Hidden expectations. And my nervous system clocked that immediately, even when I couldn't explain it. Most of the help I experienced came with conditions. Some were obvious and some were subtle. Help that required gratitude, help that required silence, help that required loyalty, help that required me to minimize myself, question myself, and quite frankly, disappear after some time. Help that slowly, quietly eroded my autonomy. So asking for help has never felt like relief. It felt like trading my soul just to survive, and I'd never consented to that. Here's the thing I wish I'd understood sooner. Difficulty asking for help is often not resistance, it's pattern recognition. Your body learns from experience long before you intellectually have the words. And if help has repeatedly cost you your identity, your voice, your freedom, or your peace, of course your system is going to say no. Not because you're broken somehow or missing something or because you're a burden to people, which was the one that I internalized, but because you're perceptive. This is the principle I live by now. If help has a price beyond what is openly agreed to, it's not support, it's leverage. And leverage, inevitability, turns into domination. It's not cynicism, it's pattern awareness. Leverage doesn't stay neutral, it accumulates, it escalates, and it always seeks return. Even when the people offering help believe they have good intentions. This is why some people would rather struggle alone than accept help, not because they want to suffer, but because they've learned that survival offered in exchange for sovereignty is not safety. It's captivity with better branding. Choosing autonomy over comfort is not self-sabotage, it's self-respect. If this resonates with you, I want you to hear me clearly. There is nothing wrong with you for refusing support that costs you yourself. You are not ungrateful or difficult or bad at receiving things. You're not a burden either. Just please make sure you hear that one, because that one was huge for me. Not a burden for needing it, I should say, because this technically doesn't fall under this category, right? But I still had to say it again because it was on my heart. You're responding accurately to a system that taught you help comes with strings. Real support doesn't require your silence, obedience, your self-erasure, or fear of withdrawal, right? You shouldn't have to live every day having to perform just to keep from losing your support system. It's not right. Real support strengthens your autonomy, it strengthens your growth, it celebrates you. Helping to grow enough to support yourself, that's kind of the goal. It's supposed to be the goal, right? And that's another way you can tell. Real support strengthens autonomy. It leaves you more you, right, than before. If you've never experienced that kind of support consistently, it makes sense that your body learned to be cautious. That caution is not pathology, it's intelligence. Nothing here is meant to convince anyone. This is just language. If it gives you clarity, you can take it, and if it doesn't, you can leave it. Either way. But if you need it, here it is.